Who you let into your inner circle can uplift you or deflate you. The question is, how do you know who you should let into your inner circle? Hi, I'm Jacqueline, and welcome. We at Joyful Living Mindset are so excited that you're here because we believe that you can be wildly successful without compromising your happiness or peace of mind. And we're here to help you navigate that journey and succeed on your terms. One of my mentors, John Butcher, equated us letting people into our inner circle much like how we just tend to open our front door every time the doorbell rings. His point is, we're often not very intentional of who we actually let into our inner circle. And then we find that now we have a mix of people who we used to want to spend time with, but now don't want to spend time with, or even dread spending time with. And what do we do with those people? And how do we kind of clean up our inner circle, if you will? Here are 4 guidelines to help you really become more intentional of who you should let into your inner circle. First is, do you share the same values? Just make sure that you guys share the same values. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything everyone says all the time, but at least your core values are the same, because otherwise it will bring a lot of contention, conflict, and doesn't really pave way for a healthy and thriving, sustainable friendship or relationship. Second, do you share the same interests? Sharing same interests and doing things together creates bonds, shared memories, right? And that's where you start to develop and nurture that friendship. But oftentimes, your interests will morph as you evolve and grow. So something that you may once have shared a similar interest with before, you've outgrown that interest and now have new interests. So what happens then? But at least you have shared similar interests in the past, so you do have that bond and that relationship and that connection with. Now, when one person kind of outgrows that interest, it's an opportunity to introduce that person, the person that you've been sharing those interests with, introduce them to a new interest. Now, chances are, given that you have a history together, have shared interests, and you have created that bond together, chances are that you guys will be able to evolve your relationship and evolve your interest levels into something different that both can enjoy. Third is, do you trust this person? The people in your inner circle are those that you pour your heart out to them, right? You share your deepest, most intimate thoughts and feelings and dreams with. And so you want to make sure that this is someone that you trust, that they can hold your confidence and honor your privacy and be that sounding board for you to let you air out whatever needs that you're processing and that you need to purge and let go of, and be able to help you to process some of that as well, but in a way that honors your privacy, right? After you guys leave, they're not going to turn around and just call up a mutual friend. It's like, oh my gosh, you'll never guess what Jacqueline or so-and-so just shared with me, right? Because that's a violation of your trust and your privacy, and that's definitely not someone that you want to have in your inner circle. And fourth is determining, when you spend time with that individual, do you feel drained or do you feel uplifted? Now, oftentimes there are people in our network and inner circle closest to us who legitimately drains us every single time we spend time with them. They may be our family members. They may be friends from like way back, like childhood friends, right? We've known for decades, right? And these are people that are just really important to us and we don't want to let go of, right? But every single time we spend time with them, we come back feeling so drained and come back home, lose all motivation and energy and just don't want to do anything else because we're so drained. And then there are other people who we spend time with, and it's just like we just feel so uplifted after spending time with them. Like they are so exciting, they are so curious, they are so supportive, they make us feel so seen and heard, and we're able to laugh together, to cry together, to dream together, and just have fun together, right? And they also encourage us to dream big and go after our goals. And when we're feeling insecure, they're the ones who pump us up and remind us of who we are, right? So you really got to decide, who do you want to spend a lot of your time with? With the people who drain you or the people who uplift you, right? Now, like I said earlier, sometimes because they're the people closest to you, your family members and whatnot, and you're not ready to let them go yet, a great way to minimize you being drained after spending time with them is just simply to minimize your time with them and set healthy boundaries with them, and be really intentional when you do spend time with them. Be really clear walking into that relationship or preparing for your time spent with that person, and just say, okay, I understand that this person is someone who I really care about, but I also have a tendency to be drained after spending time with them. So I'm going to make sure to just carve out this much time to spend with them, right? And this is the amount of time where I feel like I can spend with them, I can be there and do most of the heavy lifting of adding value, uplifting them. Then that's all that I can give. I'm not going to spend the whole day with them, right? Or half a day with them. I could probably spend like maybe an hour or half an hour, right? To catch up and to be a good friend or a good sister or whatever that may be, right? Be really clear so that you don't walk into that relationship losing sight of what could potentially happen, losing sight of your expectations, and then come home and have your whole day get derailed. So if you just walk in with that clear intention, just like, okay, I know that I have half an hour with this person, and then I can just go on with my day, and that we still maintain our relationship, but in a way that works for me, right? That way that doesn't completely drain me, and I can still perform at my highest. If you found this video helpful, make sure to check out my next video where I share with you how to manage people's expectations of you, especially when they are those who are closest to you and you have found that you're growing apart from them because you're not on the same levels anymore as you grow. Until next time, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.